Hello, my name is Agatha, and this is the astrological prediction for June 2016. This is a very general prediction. If you'd like a private reading, please write an email to dunyazad@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. All the information is below. Below, you can also find the link to my newsletter. If you sign my newsletter and if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you could win, possibly, who knows, a free tarot reading, a free written tarot reading, and there's always a winner every month. Okay? So Aries, let's go let's see what the future might bring to you. The new moon happens on the 5th of June at 14 degrees of Gemini, and the full moon happens on the 20th of June at 29 degrees of Sagittarius. In your case, Aries, the new moon happens on your third house and it's going to be conjunct Venus. This is a very difficult new moon. It's going to oppose Saturn in Sagittarius in your 9th house. It's going to square Neptune in Pisces in your 12th house, and it's going to square Jupiter in the North Node in Virgo in your 6th house. Just good aspects all around. No, all bad. And it's going to be in a quincunx, so in conjunction to Pluto in Capricorn in your 10th house. There's nothing good. There's nothing good. Almost nothing. Oh God, I'm sorry, Aries. I think it's going to be a very difficult month for all signs. Again, this depends from a natal chart. It depends. I don't know how your natal chart is, so this might be good for you. It depends, okay? So this could entail new beginnings in the communication front, in the communication area. Let's say you work for a company and suddenly that company gets lots and lots of how do you say encomendas? How do you say? So suddenly there's lots and lots of clients, and they're all wanting the services of this company for which you work for, or they want the products of this company, and suddenly there's an influx of emails, and you have to deal with it, Aries, and that's lots and lots of information. It's so much information, and you might lose some emails, you might not get to all the clients, you could be overwhelmed with the messages that are incoming, and it could be in your work. It could be work-related messages, or it could be nothing to do with work-related messages, but it could be romantic messages. Let's say that you just decide, I'm gonna join Tinder. I'm gonna join OkCupid to find love, or whatever, something like that, and suddenly there's like 1,000. I'm just throwing up a number, I don't know. There's like lots and lots and lots of messages of the romantic kind, people wanting to date you or something like that, but not necessarily good messages. Could be like lots and lots of stuff that you really didn't ask for, and there could be a very big possibility of you being lied to. So there's people that are not good for you and they're lying to you. So or you could start actually exchanging messages with someone, maybe someone you don't know, through Facebook, through email, through text messages, through whatever, and this person might be telling you might start like a romantic relationship, an emotional attached relationship really quick, and even though you don't know this person might be telling you, I look this way, I'm 25 years old, I'm tall, I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I'm a model, and turns out this person is a granny of 80 years old, or a grandpa of 80 years old. This person might be lying to you, so you have to be really aware of what he or she is telling you. Plus, another thing, if you haven't met this person, if he or she starts asking for money, just cut contact immediately, okay? Just do it immediately. If they're asking for money, this is not real. So just cut, immediately cut contact. Another thing, let's say you are a teacher. For some of you might be teaching or involved in teaching. This might mean a new job, a new teaching job. Maybe you have already like an ordinary teaching job, and this will be like the second one, or could be even the first teaching job. But it might, maybe you are told something like, oh, it's only 4 hours a day, and then it turns out to be much more than that, longer than that, and you have to do lots and lots of things. They're not telling you everything about this teaching job, okay? So you have to be aware of that. If it's not that, if you are in a creative profession of some kind, let's say you're a writer, and you launch a book around the 5th of June, you just launch it, and everything usually turns out okay in the past, or turned out okay in the past, but not this time. This time you might go viral, or your book might go viral for all the wrong reasons. It doesn't matter if it's fiction book or a non-fiction book. Maybe people who are reading it read just a tiny little bit and just thinks that it's about something which is extremely bad, doesn't read the whole book, and makes you look bad, and you are viral for all the wrong reasons. So because they didn't took the time to actually read the whole book, so you might be in the public eye for the wrong reasons. So another thing, you should be very aware of what you put on Twitter, on Facebook, whatever you write. Think 10 times before you write it, because again, you can go viral for all the wrong reasons, and it might cost you a lot of things. You can be making a joke, and others might take it the very wrong way, and you might lose like your job, and you have to be aware of what you're writing. So be careful about that. If you buy, some of you, if you're thinking of buying a new car, maybe you should wait a bit. Some of you might buy a new car, and could be new, could be used car, and it has to go back to the auto shop. There might be a lot of problems with it. It might not start. There might be some issues with this new car, okay? Another thing you have to be, if you're traveling around your neighborhood, going, short trip traveling, be aware, drive carefully. Don't drive fast. Drive carefully. Pay attention to your driving and to other people's driving. Be always aware, okay? Because there might be here a possibility, if you're not aware, of some sort of accident. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but you should be careful when you drive around the 5th of June, okay? If you can possibly avoid it, don't travel through airplane. If you can possibly avoid it, and if you don't have to travel through airplane, don't. Okay? Just to keep yourself safe. Again, this depends from map to map. But if you can avoid it, just don't get on that plane. Okay? What else? So I think I've mentioned. Oh, you could be starting a new course. You might decide, okay, I'm gonna take a language course. You decide to do that. You shouldn't focus. For instance, don't try to learn everything at once, because Gemini really likes facts, really likes all sorts of facts. Try to synthesize the knowledge that you are about to have or going to learn. If you're learning a language, it could be anything else. Just don't be all over the place. If there's like a teacher who's really strict, listen to that teacher. Just focus on one thing at a time. It will be better, instead of being all over the place. If it is not something to do with learning a new language, could be some sort of other type of training. connected with the arts, you know, like a photography class or whatever. So just focus. It's the best way, focus. So the full moon is going to happen on the 20th of June at 29 degrees of Sagittarius. In your case, Aries, is going to happen on your 9th house. So there could be an ending pertaining to a trip. Maybe you end a trip that you took abroad, even though I just told you not to get on a plane. So around the 20th of June, maybe you were on vacation and this is like you're returning home. Or if this is not for pleasure, it's a trip connected with work, and you had to visit a lot of people who were located abroad, a lot of companies abroad, and this is the very last trip that you take. Or if it's not traveling, it could be planning a trip abroad. So you're around the 20th of June, you are buying the tickets and choosing the hotel where you're going to stay. It could be, you know, ending the planning phase. It could be also that if you have some sort of court case that was ongoing, Aries, this is around the 20th of June, there might be a decision pertaining to that court case. Or if it's not that, if you're finishing up a high degree course, so if you might be finishing up a college course, maybe there was like one one course within the course, like one discipline that you needed to take, you needed only, I don't know, how do you say, just one thing that you needed to end, and you ended around the 20th of June. It could be that. Also, for some it could be that something related to work might be finishing. So something around the work is finished, some sort of task and duty that needed to be done, it's done. Or for others it might be that you finish the job that you had. You had a job, you had you were employed, and maybe the contract ended or is going to end around the 20th of June. So it's done, and you know there's no more job. Or it could be it came from you, so you found employment somewhere else, and it came and it paid better, so you decided to give notice to your place of work, current place of work, and you gave notice of, I don't know, 1 month or 2 weeks, and then around the 20th of June it's finished, so you are free to start this new job that you found. So there might be many ways of interpreting. Okay, and that's it, Aries. This is the reading that I have for you for June 2016. I hope you have a great month. If you'd like a private consultation, please send an email to duniazad@gmail.com. I'll be delighted to work with you. Bye bye.